Asking your horse to move the front legs independently from the hindquarters is the last exercise of the series under saddle. At that stage, the horse is reliable in any situation and could start any specific training if required by your discipline. Yet, of course, there is much more that can be done to fine-tune your horse. Moving the front is taught in 4 progressive steps, the first one being called the hind and front exercise. As you did before to teach your horse to untrack its hind legs, you will move it on a good walk, take the lateral flexion, and untrack the hinds. The little extra here is that you will open your arms then in order to move the front legs through. Later, you can do the same directly from a stop. Once that move is acquired by your horse and you can feel its legs moving under your saddle, you can start to be more subtle. Soft feel is an important parameter here once again. We want our horse to shift its weight on its hind legs in order to free the front legs to move them easily. First, hold the soft feel, then move your hands to the right or to the left, using both the direct and the neck rein. This is your outside foot that will activate the horse's outside shoulder, pushing it away in the desired direction. The more you practice, the better your horse will recognize your leg, although its response may not be perfect at that level of education. Eventually, activating your outside foot should be enough to get a response. It might be more rewarding to wait for your horse to be good at untracking the hind legs and holding the soft feel and backup before you start to move the front legs through. Yet, the more experience you have, the earlier in the education process you can start to teach that exercise. This horse is having its second ride, less than 1 hour under saddle in its re-education program. It has some difficulties to yield the hindquarters and to move the front without going forward. In the first progression of the exercise, you can exaggerate the position of your arms in order to point the direction to your horse. It helps to give a clear signal. The 5th session represents about 4 to 5 hours in the saddle. Soft feel is not perfect, which explains the horse's tendency to fall on its front legs. It is important to back your horse up regularly in order to help it shift correctly its weight backward. A couple of hours under saddle and a few days later, the horse is a lot more relaxed when asked to move the front legs only. Pivot on the hindquarters is better. The horse reaches to the outside and crosses the front legs nicely. A good solution to help your horse get its balance, shift its weight on the hind, and free its front legs is to back it up in circles and move the front legs through. As for the serpentines, be aware of your horse's rhythm and pick its outside front leg as soon as it leaves the ground. This point of view should help you to figure better how to place your legs and hands. As you can see, during the hind and front exercise, once you have the lateral flexion, placing your foot in the back of your horse's flank should make it contract the hind legs. Your elbow is stuck to your hip and your hand by the horn are equivalent on English saddles. Then you open your arm wide and backward to lead your horse in that direction. When taking the soft feel, the cue will be lighter. Both hands shift to the left hand taking the slack out of the direct rein, and the right hand getting close to the neckline. Then your outside foot comes by the horse's shoulder and activates it. The more you practice, the lighter and the swifter your horse will become.